Hello everyone, I am Amol Bodle. In this video, we will be learn inverse trigonometric function. Let's start with today's topic, inverse trigonometric function. So, before learning this inverse trigonometric function, first of all, we will understand what is the concept of bijective function, which already we have learned in 11th standard. We know that if a function f is defined from a to b, which is 1 1 and onto, then its inverse function exists and it is defined by f inverse from b to a. So remember, whenever we are trying to calculate the inverse function, then that function must be bijective, that is it should be 1 1 and onto. So for x belongs to a and y belongs to b, if f of x is equal to y, then f inverse of y is equal to x. So trigonometric ratios defines a function which is called trigonometric functions. Their inverse functions are called inverse trigonometric functions. So before finding the inverse of trigonometric functions, let us revise the domain and range and period of the trigonometric function. Here, for sine trigonometric function, its domain is set of real number and its range close interval -1 to 1 and its period is 2 pi. For cos trigonometric function, the domain is same, set of real numbers and range is close interval -1 to 1 and the period is same, that is 2 pi. So here we can remember the domain and range for the sine trigonometric function and cos trigonometric function are same. For tan function, the domain is set of real number except the odd multiple of pi by 2, that is 3 pi by 2, 5 pi by 2 and so on. So here the range for tan function is set of real numbers and its period is pi. The domain of cot trigonometric function, that is set of real numbers minus each multiple of pi and the range is set of real line and the period is pi. For sec trigonometric function, the domain is set of real numbers minus odd multiple of pi by 2 and range is set of real numbers minus open interval -1, 1 and the period is 2 pi. For cosec trigonometric function, the domain is set of real line minus multiple of pi and range is set of real line minus open interval -1, 1 and the period is 2 pi. So remember, to understand this domain and range, if we use the fundamental identity, that is sine square plus cos square equal to 1, so you can remember the domain and range for sine and cos are same. The second fundamental identity, which is 1 plus tan square equal to sec square, so here the domain of tan and sec are same, range are different, that is r and r minus open interval -1, 1. The next fundamental identity, that is 1 plus cot square equal to cosec square, so the domain of cot and cosec are same and range are different, that is r and r minus open interval -1, 1. Now, these trigonometric functions are 1 1 and onto. No trigonometric function is 1 1 and onto. So what is the reason? There are infinitely many elements in the domain for which the function takes the same values. For example, sine of 0 is 0, sine of pi it is also 0, sine of 2 pi it is also 0. So here from domain the element 0, pi, 2 pi, these all are different, but their images which are exactly 0. So therefore this function is not 1 1 and onto. So this is true for other trigonometric functions also. So therefore we arrived at the conclusion that inverse of trigonometric function does not exist for the entire domains. However, from the graph of these functions we see that there are some intervals of their domain on which they are 1 1 and onto. So therefore on this interval we can define their inverse. Let's see sine functions, that is inverse of sine function. So this is the graph of sine function. Here the sine is the inverse of sine function will be not exist for entire domain. What is the reason? Here we can observe the sine 0 is 0, sine pi is also 0, sine of minus pi is also 0. So these points are different but their images are same. So for the entire domain the inverse will be not exist. But if we consider some particular parts of this whole domain, then the sine function will be invertible. So if we first consider this part, that is minus 3 pi by 2 to minus pi by 2, in this piece we can observe the elements from minus 3 pi by 2 to minus pi are mapping to 1 to 0 in decreasing order. Similarly, the element minus pi to minus pi by 2, these elements are mapping to 0 to minus 1 in decreasing order. So that means for this parts minus 3 pi by 2 to pi by 2, the element image of each and every element is distinct. So for this single piece we can say this is 1 1 and onto. Similarly, if we consider the another part, that is minus pi by 2 to plus pi by 2, so in this piece also the elements from minus pi by 2 to 0 are mapping to negatives, that is 0 to minus 1, and the elements from 0 to pi by 2 are mapping to 0 to 1 for positive elements. So again for this piece minus pi by 2 to pi by 2, we can say sine function is 1 1 and onto. Similarly, for the another piece minus pi by 2 to 3 pi by 2, again here the elements from minus pi by 2 to 3 pi by 2 are mapping to distinct numbers. So therefore in this individual separate piece the sine function will be 1 1 and onto. So here for our convenience we can choose a only single piece. For that function will be 1 1 and onto. So we'll choose this part minus pi by 2 to pi by 2, which is about origin. So consider sine from close interval minus pi by 2 comma pi by 2 to minus 1 comma 1. It can be verified from the graph that with this domain and range it is 1 1 and onto. So if we observe this single piece, here the domain is minus pi by 2 to pi by 2 and their images are lies minus 1 to plus 1. So here range is minus 1 to 1, and for this domain and range the inverse of function will be exist. So therefore inverse of sine function exists and it is denoted by sine inverse of x. Thus sine inverse will be defined from, so we will write the range of sine which is domain of sine inverse and domain of sine which is range of sine inverse. So here sine inverse will be defined from minus 1 comma 1 to minus pi by 2 comma pi by 2. So for x belongs to minus 1 to 1 and theta belongs to minus pi by 2 to pi by 2, we write sine inverse of x is equal to theta if sine theta equal to x. So here theta is known as the principal value of sine inverse of x. Let's see the example. If we consider sine of pi by 6, which is 1 by 2, so therefore sine inverse of half equal to pi by 6. What is the reason? As this 1 by 2 belongs to the domain of sine inverse, that is closed interval minus 1 comma 1, and this pi by 6 belongs to the range of sine inverse, which is closed interval minus pi by 2 comma pi by 2. So the principal value of sine inverse of 1 by 2 is pi by 6. However, sine of 5 pi by 6 is also 1 by 2, but we cannot write sine inverse of 1 by 2 is equal to 5 pi by 6. So what is the reason? Here 1 by 2, which belongs to the domain of sine inverse, that is closed interval minus 1 comma 1, but this 5 pi by 6 is not belongs to the range of sine inverse, which is closed interval minus pi by 2 comma pi by 2. Hence we cannot write sine inverse of half as 5 pi by 6. So remember the note, sine of sine inverse of x can be written as x. So here in bracket there is a term sine inverse of x. So this x should be belongs to the domain of sine inverse. So here x should be belongs to closed interval minus 1 comma 1. The second one, sine inverse of sine of y equal to y. So here in bracket the function is sine y. So this y should be belongs to the domain of sine, which is the restricted domain of sine, that is y belongs to minus pi by 2 comma pi by 2. Let's see the second one, inverse of cosine function. So this is the graph of cos functions. So as we know, this whole for entire the domain cos is also not 1 1 and 1 2. What is the reason? The image of sine pi by 2, it is 0. The image of minus cos of pi by 2, it is also 0. Similarly, the image of cos of pi, which is minus 1, and the image of minus pi, which is also minus 1. So therefore it is not 1 1 and 1 2 for the entire domain. So we will make the again some piece, so that for that particular piece the cos will be 1 1 and on 2. Let's consider the first piece. If we consider the piece from minus 2 pi to minus pi, so for this single piece we can observe the elements from minus 2 pi to minus 3 pi by 2 are mapping to positive numbers, and the elements from minus 3 pi by 2 to minus pi are mapping to negative numbers. So for this single piece the cos function will be 1 1 and on 2. Similarly, if we consider the another one, that is minus pi to 0, so here minus pi to minus pi by 2 are mapping to negative numbers, and minus pi by 2 to 0 are mapping to positive numbers. So here in this part also the function is 1 1 and on 2. Similarly, if we consider 0 to pi, so here 0 to pi by 2 are mapping to positive, and pi by 2 to pi are mapping to negative. So for this interval 0 to pi also the cos is 1 1 and on 2. Similarly, the last piece pi to 2 pi. So in this way, if we consider some particular piece in which the cos will be 1 1 and on 2. Now we will choose the piece 0 to pi, which is around the origin. So consider the function cos close interval 0 comma pi to close interval minus 1 comma 1. So it can be verified from the graph that with this domain and range it is 1 1 and on 2. So therefore its inverse function exists, and it is denoted by cos inverse. So this the cos inverse defined from minus 1 comma 1 to 0 comma 5. Here the domain of cos it will be range, and the range of cos it will be domain. So remember, this is the restricted domain and range for cos, and this is the domain and range for cos inverse. So for x belongs to minus 1 comma 1 from the domain, and theta belongs to 0 comma pi, that is from range, we can write cos inverse of x is equal to theta if cos theta is x. So here theta is known as the principal value of cos inverse of x. Let's see example. Consider cos of pi by 4, which is 1 by root 2. So now we can say cos inverse of 1 by root 2, which is pi by 4, because this 1 by root 2 which is belongs to the domain of cos inverse, that is close interval minus 1 comma 1, and pi by 4 which is belongs to the range of cos inverse, which is close interval 0 comma pi. So the principal value of cos inverse of 1 by root 2 is pi by 4. However, cos of minus pi by 4, which is also 1 by root 2, as cos of minus theta is cos theta, that means cos of minus pi by 4 is again cos of pi by 4, so which is 1 by root 2. But here we cannot write cos inverse of 1 by 2 as minus pi by 4. What is the reason? Here 1 by root 2 which is belongs to the domain of cos inverse, but this minus pi by 4 is not belongs to the range of cos inverse, which is close interval 0 comma pi. So therefore remember, the domain and range of inverse trigonometric functions are very important. So note, cos of cos inverse of x is equal to x. Here in bracket cos inverse of x is given. So here the x should be belongs to the domain of cos inverse, which is close interval minus 1 comma 1, and cos inverse of cos of y equal to y. So here inside bracket the term is given cos y, so y should be belongs to the restricted domain of cos, which is 0 comma pi. Let's see the next one, inverse of tangent function. So this is the graph of tangent function. Now again the tan is not 1 1 and onto for the entire domain. So now we have to choose some particular parts in which the tan is 1 1 and onto. Now if we consider the piece, that is minus 3 pi by 2 to minus pi by 2, for this part the tan is 1 1 and onto, because the elements from minus 3 pi by 2 to pi are mapping to negatives, and the elements from minus pi to minus pi by 2 are mapping to positive. So here the element image of every element from minus 3 pi by 2 to pi by 2 are different. If we consider the another part, that is minus pi by 2 to plus pi by 2, for this part also the function is 1 1 and onto. The elements from minus pi by 2 to 0 are mapping to negative, and the elements from 0 to pi by 2 are mapping to positive. Similarly, if we consider the one more part, that is pi by 2 to 3 pi by 2, this is also 1 1 and onto. So in this way we can consider the different parts. So here we are considering the standard one, that is the element minus pi by 2 to 2 pi by 2, which is around origin. So here we are not including minus pi by 2 and pi by 2. What is the reason? For pi by 2 tan will be not defined, it will be reached to infinity, and for minus pi by 2 the tan is also reached to minus infinity. So therefore we will consider the function tan from open interval minus pi by 2 comma pi by 2 to the set of real line. Now here see that the range of tan will be till positive infinity and till minus infinity. So that is why the range is set of real line. So it can be verified from this graph. This with this domain and range, it is 1 1 and onto function. So therefore the inverse of tangent function exists, it is denoted by tan inverse. So this tan inverse will be defined from set of real line to open interval minus pi by 2 comma pi by 2. So remember, whatever the domain, restricted domain of tan, which will be range, and the range of restricted tan, which is domain for tan inverse of x. So for x belongs to set of real line and theta belongs to open interval minus pi by 2 comma pi by 2, we write tan inverse of x is equal to theta if tan theta is x. So here theta is known as the principal value of tan inverse of x. For example, consider tan of pi by 4, which is 1. So therefore tan inverse of 1 is equal to pi by 4, as this element 1 is belong to the domain of tan inverse, which is set of real line, and pi by 4, which is belongs to the range of tan inverse open interval minus pi by 2 comma pi by 2. So therefore the principal value of tan inverse of 1 is pi by 4. So note, tan inverse of x is equal to x. So we can write here inside the bracket the function is tan inverse of x. So x should be belongs to the domain of tan inverse, which is set of real line. The second one, tan inverse of tan of y can be written as y. So here in bracket the function tan y is given. So y should be belongs to the restricted domain of tan, which is open interval minus pi by 2 comma pi by 2. Let's see the next inverse function, that is inverse of cosecant function. So this is the graph of cosecant function, that is cosec function. Now here we can observe this graph. The cosec is the reciprocal of sine. The graph of sine for 0 to pi it is like this, and for pi to 2 pi like this. So here these are the reciprocals. So if we flip the graph of sine from 0 to pi, we will get this curve. Similarly, we can draw the graph of cosec functions. So here for this entire domain, cosec is also not 1 1 and onto, but for particular parts the cosec is also 1 1 and onto. So we will consider the part minus 3 pi by 2 to minus pi by 2. So here the elements from minus 3 pi by 2 to pi are mapping to positive numbers from 1 to infinity, and the elements from minus pi to minus pi by 2 are mapping to negative from minus 1 to minus infinity. So for this interval minus 3 pi by 2 to pi by 2, this cosec will be 1 1 and onto. So for pi the cosec is not defining. So if we consider the another interval, that is minus pi by 2 to pi by 2, for this the elements from minus pi by 2 to 0 are mapping to negative from minus 1 to infinity, and the elements from 0 to pi by 2 are mapping to 1 to infinity. Similarly, if we consider the part minus pi by 2 plus pi by 2 to 3 pi by 2, so again for this interval also the cosec is 1 1 and onto. So we are considering the standard part, which is about origin minus pi by 2 to pi by 2. So here we'll consider the interval, close interval minus pi by 2 comma pi by 2 minus 0 to set of real line minus open interval minus 1 comma 1. So why we are eliminating 0 here? Because cosec will be not defined for 0. So here, and the images of this numbers from minus pi by 2 to pi by 2 are mapping to 1 to infinity and minus 1 to infinity. That means there is no any image between minus 1 to plus 1. So that's why from range set of real line we are deleting minus 1 to 1. So it can be verified from this graph. It is 1 1 and onto. Therefore its inverse function exists. So it is denoted by cosec inverse. So this cosec inverse will be defined from set of real line minus open interval minus 1 comma 1 to close interval minus pi by 2 comma pi by 2 minus element 0. So here x is belongs to domain of cosec inverse, that is r minus open interval minus 1 comma 1, and theta belongs to range of cosec inverse, that is close interval minus pi by 2 comma pi by 2 except 0. So we can write cosec inverse of x is equal to theta if cosec theta is x. So here theta is known as the principal value of cosec inverse of x. For example, consider cosec of pi by 6, which is 2. Now therefore cosec of 2 is equal to pi by 6, as this 2 is belongs to the domain of cosec inverse, which is set of real line except the elements from minus 1 comma 1, and pi by 6 is belongs to the range of cosec inverse, that is close interval minus pi by 2 comma pi by 2 except the 0. Therefore the principal value of cosec inverse of 2 is pi by 6. Note, cosec inverse of x can be written as x. So remember, in bracket the function is cosec inverse. So this x should be belongs to the domain of cosec inverse, which is r minus open interval minus 1 comma 1. The second one, cosec inverse of cosec of y can be written as y. So here in bracket the function is cosec of y. So y should be belongs to the restricted domain of cosec, which is close interval minus pi by 2 comma pi by 2 minus 0. Let's see the next one, inverse of secant function. So this is the graph of sec function. As we know the graph of cos function, the cos for minus pi by 2 to pi by 2 is increasing like this. So if we flip this part, we'll get this curve. Similarly, we can draw the graph of sec function. So for this entire domain, sec is also not 1, 1 and on 2. But if we consider some particular piece from this domain, then sec will be 1, 1 and on 2. So which piece we can consider here? So if we consider the part minus 2 pi to minus pi. So here elements from minus 2 pi to minus 3 pi by 2 are mapping to positive from 1 to infinity, and the elements from minus 3 pi by 2 to pi are mapping to 1 to minus infinity. Similarly, if we consider the parts minus pi to 0, here minus pi to minus pi by 2 are mapping to negative, that is minus 1 to infinity, minus infinity, and the elements from minus pi to 0 are mapping to 1 to infinity. So here for this piece the function will be 1, 1 and on 2. Similarly, we can consider 0 to pi as well as. So here if we consider these different parts, in this all parts the function is 1, 1 and on 2. So now we will consider the standard which is around origin. So consider the cosec function 0 to pi except the pi by 2. Here the cosec will be not defined for pi by 2 to the set of real line minus 1 comma 1. It can be verified from the graph. It is 1, 1 and onto function. Therefore its inverse function will be exist. It is denoted by sec inverse. So thus sec inverse will be defined from set of real line minus open interval minus 1 comma 1 to close interval 0 comma pi except pi by 2. So for x belongs to domain of sec inverse, that is set of real line minus open interval minus 1 comma 1, and theta is belongs to close interval 0 comma pi except pi by 2. So here we can write sec inverse of x equal to theta if sec theta equal to x. Here theta is known as the principal value of sec inverse of x. For example, consider sec of pi, which is -1. Now sec inverse of -1 is equal to pi, as -1 belongs to the domain of sec inverse, which is set of real line minus open interval -1, 1, and pi, which is belongs to range of sec inverse, which is close interval 0, pi except pi by 2. So the principal value of sec inverse of -1 is pi. So note, sec inverse of x is equal to x, for here in bracket the function is given sec inverse of x, so x should be belongs to the domain of sec inverse, which is set of real line minus open interval -1, 1. The second one, sec inverse of sec of y is equal to y. So here in bracket sec y is given, so y should be belongs to the restricted domain of sec, which is close interval 0, pi except pi by 2. Let's see the next one, inverse of cotangent function. So here cot is the reciprocal of tan function. So if we first of all, if we draw the graph of tan, so for 0 to pi, the graph of tan will be like this in increasing order, and if we flip this graph, we'll get this curve. Similarly, we can draw the graph of cot function. So here for the entire domain, cot is also not 1, 1 and 1, 2, because cot of pi by 2 is 0, cot of 3 pi by 2 is also 0. For 2 points are different but their images are same, so this is not 1, 1 and 1, 2. But if we consider some particular piece in which the cot function will be 1, 1 and 1, 2, so we will consider the piece that is -2 pi to -pi. For this piece, if we consider the elements from -2 pi to -3 pi by 2, these are mapping to positive 0 to infinity, and the elements from -3 pi by 2 to pi, these are mapping to 0 to negative infinity. So in this part the function will be 1, 1 and 1, 2. Similarly, we can consider the piece -pi to 0. Similarly, we can consider 0 to pi. Similarly, we can consider pi to 2 pi. So for this all piece, the function will be 1, 1 and 1, 2. Now we will consider some standard piece which is 0 to pi, which is about origin. So here we are not including 0 and pi because tan cot 0 is not defined, as well as cot pi is also not defined. So here consider the function cot open interval 0, pi to set of real lines. It can be verified from the graph that it is 1, 1 and 1, 2. Therefore its inverse function is exists. So remember, here the domain is 0 to pi and the range is -infinity to infinity. So here the inverse of cot is denoted by cot inverse of 1. Cot inverse, this cot inverse will be defined from set of real line to open interval 0, pi. So here x should be belong to the domain of cot inverse, which is set of real line, and theta should be belongs to the range of cot inverse, that is open interval 0, pi. So here we can write cot inverse of x is equal to theta if cot theta is x. Here theta is known as the principal value of cot inverse of x. For example, consider cot of pi by 3, which is 1 by root 3. So here cot inverse of 1 by root 3 equal to pi by 3, as this 1 by root 3 is belongs to the domain of cot inverse, which is set of real line, and pi by 3 which is belongs to the range of cot inverse, which is open interval 0, pi. So here the principal value of cot inverse of 1 by root 3 is pi by 3. Note, cot inverse of x is equal to x. So here in bracket cot inverse of x is given. So x must be belong to the domain of cot inverse, which is set of real line. The second one, cot inverse of cot of y equal to y. So here in bracket cot y is given. So y should be belongs to the restricted domain of cot, which is open interval 0, pi. So let's see the next concept, that is principal value of inverse trigonometric function. So as already we have learned the inverse trigonometric functions of each trigonometric function, that is sine, cos, tan, cot, sec, cosec. So here the following table shows domain and range of all inverse trigonometric functions. So now the domain of range of inverse trigonometric functions are very important. So here let's see the domain and range of sine inverse. The domain is close interval -1, 1 to close interval -pi by 2, pi by 2. For cos inverse, the domain is close interval -1, 1 to close interval 0, pi. For tan inverse, the domain is set of real line and range open interval -pi by 2, pi by 2. For cosec inverse, the domain is set of real line minus open interval -1, 1 and range is close interval -pi by 2, pi by 2 minus 0. The domain of sec inverse is set of real line minus open interval -1, 1 and range is close interval 0, pi minus pi by 2. For cot inverse, the domain is set of real line and range is 0 to pi. So here how we can remember this domain and range? So see, whatever the domain, here the range of inverse trigonometric functions are very important. The range of sine inverse is close interval -pi by 2 to pi by 2 and the range of tan is also same. Instead of close interval we have to take open, and here cosec is a reciprocal of sine, so the range for cosec is also same as sine, but we have to delete the element 0. So the range of cos inverse is 0, pi with close interval and the reciprocal of cos is sec, so therefore the range of sec inverse is also same as cos, which is close interval 0, pi, but we have to accept the midpoint, that is pi by 2. Now the range of cot is same as cos, but instead of close interval we have to take open interval. So here the value function in the range is called principal value of the functions, and the set of range is called principal branch value of inverse trigonometric function. So here remember, in this concept inverse trigonometric function, so the range of each inverse trigonometric function is very important, that is this range are called principal branch value of inverse trigonometric function. The properties of inverse trigonometric function we will learn in next video.